Good afternoon. It is 4:52 p.m. I'm just about to get ready for work. My report time isn't until like almost 9 p.m. tonight, 8:55. I'm working an all-nighter tonight. So I was actually on reserve today and I did something so stupid and I'm very upset that I did this. So y'all know me, when I'm on reserve, I'm bidding for trips. I do not like to sit at home waiting to be called. It makes me so anxious and I just would rather bid for something beforehand. You know, that's what works for me. So today I bid for a few trips and I didn't get them. I sat at home on call until about 3 p.m. and then they assigned me this all-nighter. Like, an all-nighter isn't ideal, but I don't hate all-nighters, and it takes up 2 reserve days. So tomorrow I'll just be off for the day, or so I thought. So this is actually something that has never happened to me before. So that just goes to show 6 years into this and counting, and we're still learning. We are still learning the ropes. So earlier today, when it looked like I was pretty far down the list and I might not get called today, I went ahead and bid for tomorrow. But then whenever I got assigned a trip for today, I was like, oh, okay, perfect. Then tomorrow I'm not gonna be on call anymore, because that's usually how that works. So anyway, when they gave out the assignments for tomorrow, they assigned me another all-nighter because I'm technically legal for it. Everything was fine. And then I saw that trip for tomorrow. And I was like, oh no, this has to be a mistake. So silly me, I call crew scheduling and I'm like, oh hey, can I get some help with this? Like, I'm actually on a trip today and I didn't mean to get a trip for tomorrow. And they were like, oh yeah, no, you're legal for it, so you have to work it. This is definitely my fault. I shouldn't have bid for something tomorrow without getting off call today, but I'm still very sad because obviously I didn't mean for that to happen. So here we go. We get to stay up together 2 nights in a row. I didn't put any makeup on my neck because I'm gonna self-tan before I head to the airport. I just got these 2 new self-tanners and I'm really excited to try both of them, but I don't know which one I'm gonna use. I even thought about doing like half of my body with this one and the other half with this one. I've heard really good things about both of these. My holy grail self-tanner is Loving Tan 2 Hour Express in dark. I don't like the ultra dark, and I don't think I've tried the platinum version of the Loving Tan, but it's just so good. And it's not like green. A lot of self-tanners are really green and I hate that. But people on TikTok have said both of these are even better than Loving Tan. So I'm really excited to try both of these. Normally I would leave this on overnight. Well, I am gonna leave it on overnight, but normally I would sleep in it, but I feel like it's gonna be even better to just wear it under my uniform. Kind of sounds kind of gross, but at least I know it's not gonna get all over my sheets. It might just get all over my uniform, but that's okay. Okay, I just got to the airport. I'm an hour early. Do y'all want to hear something crazy? I heard today they are bumping up the price for parking, princess parking at DFW, and also raising the price for just driving through the airport. I heard that they were bumping the price up from $27 a day, which is already insane, to $32 a day to park here. When I first started parking here, it was free because it was during COVID, so they let flight attendants and employees park here for free. Those were the good old days. But before that, I'm pretty sure it was 21, and then it jumped up to 24. And then they jumped it up to 27, like maybe a year or 2 ago. But yeah, starting today, they are bumping the price up from $27 a day to $32 a day. It makes me so mad. And also I'm just like, DFW, who do you think you are? This is not LA, this is not New York, this is Dallas, Fort Worth. Who do you think you are charging $32 a day to park here? And also, how are all of these people affording to park here? I mean, I know I'm parked here, but I'm confused. I haven't been princess parking lately though. I just parked here today because first of all, I'm already tired. So I know that I'm gonna be exhausted by the time we get back at 5 o'clock in the morning, staying up all night and then waiting on the employee bus, taking the employee bus to the employee parking lot and then finding my car and everything. It's like an extra hour. So I'd rather just park here, save an hour of my time, go home and get an extra hour of sleep before I have to come and do this whole thing all over again. Also, I'll show y'all the self-tanners. I ended up doing a little experiment. So we did this side, Coco and Eve, and then this side, the Tanologist. Coco and Eve, first impressions, it's very green. Like, putting it on, I felt like an alien, but we will see how they turn out tomorrow. Okay, let's go work to Vegas. Okay, we're back. We made it. It is 5:19 a.m. Honestly, I forgot how easy red-eye flights are. They're just so chill because everyone's sleeping. The only hard part is staying awake, and everything else, it's so easy. I was like, did I just fall back in love with all-nighters? Or we'll see how I'm feeling later today. I might take that back. Oh, there it is. The rumors are true. It was $32. I looked at that clock and got excited, but it's wrong. It's 5:47 a.m. I'm gonna make a little Beam nighttime drink to make sure I get some good sleep tonight, or today. This chocolate peanut butter flavor is the best. And I'm just gonna drink this while I'm getting ready for bed. And by the time my head hits the pillow, I will be out for hopefully many hours. I'm gonna try to sleep in as late as I can. Okay, it is the next day now. So now that I'm actually well rested, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about my dream powders that I've been loving. I've mentioned many times on here how I'm not a good sleeper. I have a hard time getting to sleep, staying asleep, and I've tried so many different things to help me sleep, and really nothing has worked very well for me. And if something does work, it usually doesn't make me feel very good the next day. So these powders are the best thing that I've tried to help me sleep, and they keep me asleep at night and I don't feel groggy the next day. Both these flavors are really good. This is the cinnamon cocoa flavor, but the chocolate peanut butter has my heart. It is so delicious. All the dream powders are made with good quality natural ingredients to help you sleep, like magnesium, L-theanine, and melatonin. And the different ingredients in here are specifically for different stages of your sleep. So some of these ingredients just help you kind of relax, and then there are other ingredients that help you stay asleep and actually get deep sleep. I'll just put a scoop of this into a cup of hot water while I'm getting ready for bed. It works very quickly, so by the time I'm actually in bed and ready to go to sleep, I fall asleep so fast. You could also use milk, and I feel like that would be really delicious, but if you use it with water, it's only 20 calories. All know sleep is super important, and especially when I'm working, it's just harder for me to get good sleep in a hotel room. I'm just obviously not as comfortable in a hotel bed as I am in my own bed at home. So I've been bringing this to work with me. I have a pack at home and a pack that I travel with, and it has been so helpful with getting good sleep on layovers, and then I just feel so much better the next day. So if you're like me and you have trouble sleeping, getting to sleep, staying asleep, I definitely recommend trying them out. You can click the link in the description box or scan the QR code on the screen and use my code Cassidy to get up to 35% off. It is about 2:30 now. I think I'm actually gonna go down to the gym, just go for a walk for a little bit. My new thing at the gym is to walk on an incline and read on my Kindle. Saw a brain surgeon or doctor or something on TikTok talking about how good it is for your brain to walk and do a task. So it's a win-win because I stay entertained while I'm walking and I'm doing something good for my brain. And it was a doctor that said that, because sometimes some of y'all get on me for believing everything that I hear on TikTok, but it was somebody who knew what they were talking about. Okay, it is 4:58. Time to get ready for another all-nighter. I've got a feeling tonight is gonna be a lot worse than last night because, first of all, we have a sit in Reno. So last night we did a Vegas turn. Tonight we're doing a Reno turn. But last night we didn't have a sit at all, so we just turned around and came right back. But tonight we're actually gonna have to sit at the airport for like 2 hours before we come back to Dallas. But that is what we're doing today. But I counted 16 more days of reserve this month, and hopefully no more all-nighter turns. But if I do have to work any more all-nighter turns this month, definitely won't be working them back to back. I learned my lesson there. Also, I did my little experiment yesterday with the self-tanners. I've got Coco and Eve on this side and then the tannologist on this arm. I only did my arms really, and I'm really not impressed with either. I don't know. I think I'll definitely give both of them another chance, but so far neither of them compared to Loving Tan, that is for sure. Okay, it's 6:23. I just got to the airport. I parked in Terminal A, but we're going out of Terminal D. So I think I'm gonna go in and get a coffee from the Starbucks in Terminal D. I love the iced brown sugar shaken espresso from Starbucks, but it's such a fickle drink. Sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's just terrible. And last night at the Starbucks in Terminal D, it was the best. So I think I'm gonna go back to that one, get another coffee. All right, we got our groceries and I got a couple things from Ulta. I have a theory. If you are like in between an introvert and extrovert, the way to know for sure whether you are an introvert or not is if you go to Trader Joe's and you, like, the thought doesn't even cross your mind that you're gonna have to like have a conversation when you're checking out, specifically at Trader Joe's. Other grocery stores, not so much, because like at Trader Joe's, they are literally like trained to talk to you, like have a full conversation with you and like be super friendly when you're checking out. Whenever I go to Trader Joe's, I specifically try not to get too many things. Like I try to get like a small amount of things, just keep everything in a basket so that I can check out fast, because I know that the cashier is going to have a conversation with me. And if you walk into Trader Joe's and you don't even think about that, like you don't even think about having a conversation with the person that's checking you out, you are an extrovert for sure, 100%. Because every time I go to Trader Joe's, before I even go in, like I'm already stressed about having a conversation with the person at Trader Joe's. To be honest, that's a little bit embarrassing to even admit, but that's the truth. And if you're an introvert, you probably do the same thing. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, you know, I guess you'll never know whether you're an introvert or not. Just kidding. But let me show you what I got from Ulta. So I got these two serums. This was, this person's having such a hard time backing into this spot. Good job, girl. You got it. So this is what I came for. I needed these two serums. This hyaluronic acid serum is $6 from Good Molecules. It's such a good one. I've been using hyaluronic acid for years. It helps with moisturizing, plumping up your skin. And I used to use the Glow Recipe Plum Plump hyaluronic acid, but it's so expensive for what it is, and I go through it so fast because I use it every day. So I discovered this one. It's $6 at Ulta. Good ingredients. This brand, Good Molecules, is known for having really good ingredients, and it works just the same. So the Plum Plump, you're literally paying for the packaging. Like, this isn't great packaging or anything. I mean, it's cute, but yeah, hyaluronic acid does not need to be expensive at all. And this is $6. You can get like a bigger one for like $12 and it'll last longer. And I also got the Good Molecules Super Peptide Serum. This is another one that's also cheap. I think this one's actually $12, but adding peptides to my skincare routine, I feel like both of these things together, the peptide serum and the hyaluronic acid that I've been using, I feel like my skin just looks so much more plump and youthful when I use both of these things. And I like to use them before I use my Omnilux red light mask. That whole combo there has done wonders for my skin. Also, I need to tell you about the, I'll put a picture of it. I took a picture of it because I was like, I have to tell somebody about this. I tried the Supergoop resetting sunscreen mist because I've also been looking for an SPF like setting spray or setting powder to like reapply throughout the day so that I have sunscreen on my face all day. So I saw this Supergoop resetting mist, facial mist, and I tried it out. My camera's gonna die, so I have to tell you quick. I tried it out, and this, first of all, the sprayer was terrible. It sprayed like a straight line right into my eyes, and it was like lemon juice. So stay away from the Supergoop resetting refreshing mist. It was not refreshing at all. Okay, so we're gonna meal prep some chicken and rice. I love these shawarma chicken thighs from Trader Joe's, and also this frozen rice from Trader Joe's is also really, really good. Super easy. You just throw the little bag in the microwave for 3 minutes. So I'm actually gonna leave that in the freezer, and then I'm gonna cook this up. The instructions are right there. It's just so easy, so delicious. And then I'm also gonna make this boursin and orzo pasta bake recipe with the sun-dried tomatoes and the sausage. You've probably seen me make this before. I make this all the time. I'm making this for Josh / just to have at home, and then I'm making this for me to take to work. Good morning, y'all. It's been a few days now. I actually went back on reserve yesterday, and I was good for 4 days, so I'm still available for tomorrow and the next day, but they assigned me an ODAN for yesterday, and I ended up dropping it. I don't know what's going on this month, but it just seems like every single trip is an ODAN or all-nighter. It just seems like there's not any regular trips for reserves right now. But I did get an ODAN for last night, so I was very happy that someone wanted to pick it up. So I was off yesterday, I'm off today, and then tomorrow I'm going back on call for 2 days. I have a guaranteed set of hours on reserve month, so in case we never get called and never have to work, we do get paid for a certain number of hours just for being on call. So whenever you drop a trip on reserve, it just subtracts however many hours you dropped, it just subtracts that from your reserve guarantee, which is fine with me because I would much rather just get to be home for a couple extra days and not make as much money. Like, that sounds like a win-win. Well, maybe not a win-win. Also, I'm returning both of those self-tanners that I was talking about earlier. I ended up giving both of these a fair shot. I used the Tanologist on my whole body a few days ago, and I had really high hopes for this one because I love the Tanologist face drops. These face drops are some of the most affordable ones that I've used, and they work really, really well. I used it 2 nights ago, and it went on like really gray and greenish, and then the next day it was like it didn't do anything. And I left it on for many hours. I slept with it on. It was sticky, it got all over my sheets, and it just didn't really do anything. And it says 1 hour express tan. So this one's definitely a return. I did not like this at all. And then this one, the Coco and Eve Ultra Dark, I used that last night and I'm really not impressed with that one either. It definitely looks a lot better now, but last night after I put it on, I just was so green. I just looked like such a zombie. It's not bad, but I just expected it to be a lot darker, and the fact that it's green just doesn't really match me. But I will say it does smell very good. It doesn't smell like a self-tanner. It has a really nice smell. So I will be returning both of these. It's our Costco date day. We have a few new Costco things that we're trying out. We got these Fairlife protein shakes to make our Ninja Creamy ice creams with. Also, if you didn't already know, the Costco pharmacy, at least with allergy medicine, it's like half the price of like CVS, Walgreens. Josh gets allergy medicine and it is so much cheaper at Costco. Another new sweet treat that we found at Costco. Found these skinny dipped dark chocolate peanut butter cups. They look so good, and y'all know I love to bring sweet little treats to work with me, so I thought these would be perfect. But that is it for this video. I'll start a new vlog when I go back on call tomorrow. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.